In a dark lab, a researcher has been working tirelessly at the microscope for hours. She blinks her eyes, and there it is, the world's first artificial tissue sample produced by a bioprinter. This is a milestone, not just for the world of medicine, but for all humankind. With the power of biotechnology now in our hands, we hold the ability to code life itself, opening endless possibilities. Biotechnology is like a dance between technology and biology, opening countless doors. In this video, we'll explore what biotechnology promises, from bioprinting and genetic editing to evolution and transhumanism. Let's begin with bioprinting, one of the most exciting applications of biotechnology and a beacon of hope for millions. Bioprinting can be described as a modified form of 3D printing that uses live cells. With this technology, we can create living tissues and even organs. Here's how it works. First, live cells are placed into a special gel known as bioink. This bioink is then printed layer by layer, just like a standard 3D printer. Over time, the cells grow and form connections, creating living tissue. The potential applications of this technology are groundbreaking, offering hope to patients awaiting organ transplants. One of its most vital aspects is that it could eliminate complications like organ rejection, since these new organs could be created using the patient's own cells. We've already begun to see the first applications of bioprinting. In 2019, a research team at the University of Chicago successfully created tissue similar to the human heart. The study was conducted by a team of experts in bioengineering and materials science, led by Dr. Adam Feinberg. The team used stem cells derived from human fat tissue, converting them into heart muscle cells, known as cardiomyocytes, and printed them in 3D using a special gel called bioink. As a result of this process, they created tissue that resembles real heart tissue, capable of responding to electrical signals by contracting and relaxing. Currently, the lab testing of the generated tissue is ongoing. Researchers believe that such tissue could be used in future treatments for heart disease and in drug testing. However, further research and development are needed before moving to clinical applications. This study is highly significant because heart disease is one of the leading causes of death worldwide. If this technology can be developed further, it could offer hope to patients awaiting heart transplants. It could also be used in drug testing, as new heart medications could be tested on this tissue, which closely resembles a real human heart. Another remarkable project took place at Wake Forest University, where Dr. Anthony Atala's team created a human ear using bioprinting technology. This ear replicated the shape and flexibility of a real human ear, offering hope to children born with their deformities. In yet another example, a team from the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, led by Professor Marcus Regli, used bioprinting to create artificial blood vessels. They combined endothelial cells derived from human cells with bioink, forming tube-like structures. These artificial vessels matured in the lab, eventually becoming functional blood vessels capable of handling blood flow and demonstrating the required flexibility and durability. Bioprinting has applications beyond medicine too. In the cosmetics industry, for example, bioprinted human tissues could replace animal testing. In defense, bioprinted tissues could be used to develop armor resistant to injuries. Now, let's move on to another fascinating area of biotechnology: cybernetics. Here we go beyond 3D organ production, merging live cells with the electronic components to create cybernetic organs. For instance, a team at Newcastle University in the UK is working on a bionic eye. Their project, named Bionic Vision, aims to offer hope to people who have lost their sight.
Claire, what can you see right now?
Nothing now.
Nothing now. Everybody ready?
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, start stimulation.
Yes.
Can you see?
Oh my goodness.
Wow, what do you
See,
think?
Larry?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Can I give him a kiss?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
The bionic eye is a complex system. A tiny chip is implanted in the patient's eye, acting as an artificial retina with thousands of tiny electrodes. The patient wears special glasses with a camera that captures images, which are wirelessly transmitted to the chip in the eye. The chip then converts this data into electrical signals that stimulate retinal cells, allowing the brain to perceive visual information. Imagine bionic lungs that not only enable breathing, but also filter toxins from the air, and perhaps even allow us to breathe underwater. It sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But remember, pacemakers were once considered science fiction too. One of the most groundbreaking applications of biotechnology is living architecture, a concept where buildings behave like living organisms. Imagine buildings that can self-repair, clean the air, and even reproduce. Dr. Rachel Armstrong from University College London has pioneered research in this field, developing artificial cells called protocells that respond to environmental changes. In 2011, this technology was tested in Venice to strengthen underwater structures by producing limestone. Perhaps the most controversial area in biotechnology is our ability to alter the human genome. With gene editing tools like CRISPR, modifying human DNA is now possible, offering tremendous potential for treating genetic disorders, but also raising ethical concerns, like the creation of designer babies. For instance, in 2018, Chinese scientist He Jiankui caused a stir by announcing the birth of twins who were genetically modified to be resistant to HIV using CRISPR-Cas9 technology. He deactivated a gene called CCR5, which codes for a protein that allows HIV to enter cells. By disabling this gene, it could theoretically protect the twins from HIV. Then there are biohackers. Just like computer hackers, biohackers are individuals who experiment with biological systems, often outside academic or corporate labs, in garages or home labs. Biohackers use genetic engineering, synthetic biology, and other biotech tools to hack biological organisms, sometimes contributing to science and other times enhancing their own biological abilities. For example, in 2017, biohacker Josiah Zahner attempted a high-profile experiment on himself by using CRISPR-Cas9 to disable the myostatin gene, which regulates muscle growth, and live-streamed the experiment on YouTube. The experiment also demonstrated the potential applicability and risks of biotechnology at an individual level. Although the results remain uncertain, this event became a significant symbol that questions the boundaries of biohacking and genetic engineering. In another example, biohacker David conducted a bold genetic experiment in his home lab, aiming to correct genetic disorders in dogs. Using CRISPR-Cas9 technology, he performed genetic editing on a dog embryo carrying a hereditary condition known as progressive retinal atrophy. He aimed to correct this mutation, allowing the embryo to be born as a healthy dog. However, due to ethical and legal reasons, he was unable to complete the embryo's development. He was only able to theoretically test the effectiveness of CRISPR-Cas9 in such applications. One of the most exciting developments in biotechnology is its integration with artificial intelligence. The merging of AI with biological systems brings us to a point where our science fiction dreams are becoming reality. Especially in genetic editing, AI can predict the outcomes of gene editing processes, enabling more precise and safer genetic interventions. For example, Google's DeepMind developed an AI system known as AlphaFold, which accurately predicts the 3D structure of proteins. This breakthrough has revolutionized drug development because understanding a protein's structure significantly simplifies designing effective drugs, opening new doors in disease treatment. When we combine AI with biotechnology, we gain the power to guide human evolution. With genetic engineering and bionic implants, we have the potential to reshape humanity itself. This approach forms the foundation of a philosophical and scientific movement called transhumanism. Transhumanists believe that technology can be used to expand human capacities, extend lifespan, enhance intelligence, and even achieve immortality. Setting aside the ethical and moral debates, the fusion of AI and biotechnology could lead us into a cyberpunk-like future. But of course, wielding the power to shape humanity's future brings tremendous responsibility and must be managed carefully. All these advances in biotechnology bring us to a major turning point. We now have the potential not only to observe nature, but to actively design it. This offers enormous opportunities, but also comes with immense responsibility. For instance, what happens if genetically modified organisms are released into the ecosystem? Or if bionic implants increase societal inequality? How can we prevent the misuse of these technologies? These are questions that the entire society, not just scientists, must answer. Biotechnology will have profound effects on all our lives, not just in labs, but across society. In short, biotechnology gives humanity a power it has never had before, the potential to defeat diseases, address environmental challenges, and perhaps even extend human life. Yet, this power also comes with the risk of misuse. Remember, we're already on board the biotechnology train. There's no stopping now. But we still have a say in where it's headed and how it will be used. That's why it's so important to be informed, to discuss, and to make conscious choices about biotechnology. In other words, we now hold the power to recode life itself. So, how will we write this code? And as always, until we meet again, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you are valuable.